Hello everyone, welcome to our online class and again this is teacher RJ and today we're gonna talk about adding and subtracting fractions and mixed numbers with unequal denominators. Okay, so we're still in our unit 3 lesson in the book all about fractions. So to start with, I just want you to have a little bit of idea about uh, adding and subtracting fractions with the same denominator. Okay, as what you can see here, look at this example. So we have, let's say this example is 4 over 9 plus 6 over 9. So as what you notice, we have the same denominator, right? So all you gotta do, uh, just copy the denominator 9 because they're already common, draw this line and add up straightway the numerator, which is 4 plus 6. So your answer will be 10 over 9. So that is with the fractions with the same denominator. Okay, so meaning if there's a fraction that you're gonna add up with the same denominator, just copy the denominator and add up only the numerator. Okay, so look at the next example here. The next example is about subtraction. So we got here 10 over 9 minus 4 over 9. Again, they have the same denominator, number 9. So again, all you got to do is just to draw the fraction line and copy number 9 as your denominator because they're common. See, they're the same. And then just subtract straightway 10 minus 4. Okay? Then after that, so this is now your answer, 6 over 9. Okay? So that is actually all about fractions with the same denominators for adding and subtracting fractions. So our lesson today, let's move on with our lesson. Our lesson is all about adding and subtracting fractions with different denominators, meaning they're not the same. So I have here a little a simple steps what to do when you have this kind of problem. Our problem here is, look at this, 4 over 9 plus 6 over 15. As what you notice, see the red colored numbers there are the denominators and they're not the same. They're different. So I have here simple steps. All you gotta do is to add up or subtract okay, this is when you add up or subtract two fractions with different denominators. Convert both fractions into their respective equivalent fractions. So, equivalent fractions. We learned this in the previous videos. If I'm not wrong, that is in a part 1 of our video. So you can go back to that if you can't recall and learn more. Okay, so as what he said, convert both fractions into their respective equivalent fractions with a common denominators first using LCM. So meaning here we get to use LCM. And again, if you forget how to find LCM, go back to the previous videos as well. Okay, so now let's move on. So now use the denominators here. Again, as what they said, use their denominators to find their common denominator using LCM. So I copied 9 here and copied 15 here. So find the LCM of these both fractions denominators. So just simply find a prime number that can divide them. I always use prime number. Anyway, I'm using division method here because I'm more comfortable here. You can use any other method in finding LCM as long as you are comfortable. So, continuing, we have here 9 divided by 3 is 3. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So, good. I can divide both numbers. Then, I'll continue. Again, I have 3. Then, I will use 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 5 divided by 3 is no, impossible. So, in LCM rules, just bring it down. Okay, so that's why it's down here. So I already have 1 here. So bring down 1 again, because that's already finished. Continue with this. 5 divided by 5. I'm using 5 because that's the only number that I can divide. That's the only prime number that I can divide with 5. So we got 5 divided by 5 is 1. So that's it. I already get my factors for LCM. So what are they? 3, 3, and 5. So get the product of these factors. We get 3 times 3 is 9. Times 5 is 45. So that is now my LCM. And what is this all about? This LCM now will become my new common denominator for both fractions. That is actually the purpose here. So since I already have 45, I'm going to use this 45 for this fraction and this fraction. Continuing, so start with the first fraction. So draw this line, the fraction line, and write down your new common denominator, which is 45, and draw this line and write down your common denominator 45. So this is how it goes. What you're going to do now is to divide. Look at this. 45, please look at here. 45, this 45, this one. 45 divided by 9, okay, is 5. So you write down your 5 there, here, on top of this line, times 4. You might be thinking, teacher, where this 4 comes from? This 4 is the numerator here, okay? So again, 45 divided by 9, which is the old denominator, and you get the quotient 5 times 4. So that is now your new fraction. So we have here the equivalent fraction for 4 over 9 is 5 times 4 is 20 over 45. So this is now your equivalent fraction for this 4 over 9. Then let's continue with the other fraction, 6 over 15. The same thing you gotta do. 35 divided by 15, okay, is 3, okay, times 6, this 6 here. 3 times 6, so that will be 18 over 45. The next thing we gotta do is to bring down these two. Add up these two equivalent fractions, because these two equivalent fractions represents these original fractions. So we have 20 over 45 plus 18 over 45, and there you go. So you can add up this one now because they have the same denominator. So your answer will be 38 over 45. Okay. So I hope that you understand this part. I'll give you another example here. How about this example? Okay. Again, this is all about addition. We have 4 over 9 plus 1 over 3. Okay? It looks easy, but it's okay. It's just an example. So here, what you're going to do is to find the common denominator again using LCM. Okay? So bring down these two denominators, 9 and 3. Okay? This 9 and 3. There. Bring down these denominators here. And then after that, find the LCM. So here I'm going to use 3. Because I'm going to use 2 for both of these numbers, right? So I use 3. So I have 9 divided by 3 is 3. And I got 3 divided by 3 is 1. Okay, so now I already got 1 here. I'll bring it down here. So I still have 3. So I'm going to use 3 again. 3 divided by 3 is 1. That's it. I need not to divide this one because it's already 1. So finding the LCM is here. 3 times 3. So 3 times 3 is equals to 9. So that is your LCM. And this LCM will become your common denominator. Okay, so 9 is your common denominator. Okay, so again, the same step as what we used in the previous example. Draw the line, write number 9, and divide. 9 divided by 9 is 1, times, multiplying with 4. Times 4, this 4 is this numerator. So your answer here is 4 over 9. As you notice, they're the same. So it doesn't matter. Okay? So they're the same. Yes, correct. You did it correctly. So we have here the common denominator for this fraction here, for these two, is 9. So that's what you get. You still have the same answer. Okay? So this is your equivalent fraction for this situation. So 4 over 9, 4 over 9. And then let's move on with the next fraction, which is 1 over 3. The same thing. Take down, use your new common denominator 9. So 9 divided by 3 is equals 3 times 1. Okay? So your answer here will be 3 over 9. So that is now your equivalent fraction. Then bring both of these equivalent fractions together. So this one here, this one here. So they have the same denominator, right? So copy the denominator here and just add up the numerator. So we have 4 plus 3 is 7. So our answer is 7 over 9. Okay? So that is now our answer. Okay, let me write down answer. Okay. Ooh, too big. Okay? So I hope you understand this part. Hold on. Let me bring it smaller. Okay. Okay, so now that is all about addition. How about if we have subtraction? Okay. If we have a subtraction problem, the same method you're going to use. The same thing. Okay? The same thing. Okay, let's have this problem here now. This problem. Look at this. We have 5 over 6 minus 1 over 10. So 5 over 6 minus 1 over 10, again, they have different denominators. Right? So, find the LCM of the denominators here. So, bringing down 6 and 10. So, here I'm going to use 2. Because the way I look at it, I can use 2 here, especially with 6. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Right? Okay, let's move on again. So can I use 2 for this 3 and 5? No. So I'm going to use 3. At least I can divide one of these numbers. So get 3 divided by 3 is 1. 5 divided by 3 is impossible. So you just copy it down. So I got 1 here. Bring it down. So continuing, 5 divided by 5. I'm going to use 5 because that's the only number I can use. 5 is already a prime number. So 5 divided by 5 is 1. So now I have my factors to find LCM. You have 2 times 3 times 5. So 2 times 3 is 6 times 5 is 30. So that is my LCM, and that will be my common denominator, or my new common denominator. Okay? So again, using this 30 as my new denominator here. Look at this. So dividing, the same thing, you just get to divide. So 30 divided by 6 is 5 times the numerator 5. 5 times 5 is 25 over 30. So that is the equivalent fraction for 5 over 6 is 25 over 30. And then I have here 1 over 10. The same thing, draw the line, copy the common denominator, your LCM, 30. So 30 divided by 10 is 3 times 1, the numerator. So I got 3 over 30. Then after that, put down both of these equivalent fractions together and do the operation. So we have 25 over 30 minus 3 over 30, which is equals to, again, they have common denominators now, right? So just copy the denominator and subtract the numerator. So we got 22 over 30. Just a reminder, everyone, don't interchange their positions, okay? You will end up wrong. So now, after this, it's not done yet. You know why? When I look at this 22 over 30, I can still simplify. And that is always the thing that you must do and you must remember. If the fraction can be simplified, then you have to do it. So here, the way I look at it, I can still simplify this fraction. So simplifying fraction, use HCF. Okay, if you forget, go back to the previous video. So now copy the numerator and the denominator and find a common factor. Again, use prime number. So I'm gonna use 2. Why? Because I can use 2 here. 3 I cannot use. So I use 2. 22 divided by 2 is 11. 30 over divided by 2 is 15. That's it. Sorry. Can I continue? No. HCF, common factor to divide both numbers. So after that, use your HCF to divide both numerator and denominator. So here you get 22 divided by 2 is 11. 30 divided by 2 is 15. And that is now your final answer. Okay, so I hope you understand this video today. Hope to see you again next time. And please, if you have time, rewind this video. Maybe you think it's too fast, just rewind. Go to my YouTube channel and try to understand more and more. Okay, and there'll be homework. I will send it to our group chat in line. So please try to practice as well and do it by yourself. Okay, that's all for today, everyone. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.